So the game is up whenever you want to get in. We can continue our discussion of Doom's lack of co-op and invisible fencing for chickens.
I don't know how those two were related.
Because you were looking up. You wanted to know if I knew the price, if I could guess the price of the domain D3 Open Co-op, which presumably would be a good site for Doom 3 Open Co-op, or maybe Diablo 3 Open Co-op, and then we thought maybe it was
the official URL for this mod.
Oh, is it? And it's now available?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it hasn't been updated for a while. So yeah, then I thought maybe it was invisible fencing for chickens, and that led you to backyardchickens.com, where the guy said it shouldn't work. Anyway, back to Doom.
Yeah.
Doom 3. Nice soulcube.
But yeah, the term pecking order comes from the 1920s when biologists noticed that domestic chickens, backyard chickens, have a hierarchy, and the fancy chickens harass the less fancy chickens.
Okay, so we're nearing the end of the game here. CPU complex. I think we have 5 levels left in this thing.
Oh, health. Oh,
that's not health. That's not health. Oh, behind us, of course. Yep. Because why wouldn't it be behind us? So yeah, I think when the new Doom was first announced as Doom 4. Okay, locker 452. Hold on a second. 571. Oh, you killing? You behind you?
What the heck?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, there's
no,
stuff
571. 571. Oh, rocket launcher.
There's another health thing in this room.
Is there? This says restricted. It's a lock. Probably need somebody's PDA. So yeah, when the game was first announced, when it was still called Doom 4 instead of just Doom, I think I took a look at a list of checkboxes for features and saw that it had co-op on there. So I was like, oh cool, of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Sarge is waiting. Okay, so the Sarge who's waiting for us...
I don't know where I am.
I don't know where you are either.
I've found bad guys, though.
Oh, well then you probably... Ooh, wow. A pool of... It's like liquid mercury or something? Unlocked. Okay.
You know what I've never seen? Solid mercury.
Yeah, I'm right behind you. We're now seeing kind of the merging of the Hell dimension with Mars, I guess. Sort of spiders.
Oh, hey, found you.
Oh. Was there anything on the camera? Did I miss something, or...? Entrance checkpoint?
No,
yeah,
it's been staticky the whole time, but there's a, like...
Lab A meeting room.
There's
this... I guess this is just showing us that these cameras don't work? Okay.
Well, why would we be able to press the buttons if they didn't work?
I think they're just there to demonstrate for us that the cameras have all been disabled one way or the other. Or maybe, who knows, maybe the mod broke them? I don't know. These don't seem to be showing anything useful. Oh, behind us.
Oh, bad guy. Oh, that was a rocket.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Okay, but so apparently it was known as early as last summer that when they said co-op, they didn't really mean what most people nowadays think of co-op as being a campaign that's played in a cooperative mode. They meant like a horde mode or a Prisoner of Elders type thing. Now, Doom still looks interesting to me for snap map, kind of like a Forge on steroids, where the basic primitive is like a whole room and you rotate rooms and interlock them. It looks to me like it's easier to use in Forge, and it also lets you place enemies with AI and control their behavior, which, of course, Forge you can't. I don't know, actually,
That's exactly like Time Splitters 2.
Did they ever do a campaign Forge in Halo? Because I never played past Halo 3. I never played 4 or 5.
But recently, and by recent I mean like 2010, some people figured out how to do single-player maps in Halo PC.
Yeah, I do remember that, but I don't think very much was ever made of it.
No, it's mostly just modifications of the maps already in there, with, like, harder enemies.
Yeah, like, I remember it being a big deal when somebody finally was able to place an elite model in Blood Gulch and have it behave, have AI instead of just stand there and doing an idle animation. I remember that being a really big deal that somebody got that far with it.
Oh yes, yeah, that was an earlier development, but also surprisingly late. It was like 2005 or something, well after Halo 2 when that stuff was happening.
I was also surprised to notice, looking at the walkthrough, that that visit we had to Hell, and it is called Hell in the walkthroughs and in the levels and everything else. So regardless of what we might think, the game refers to it as Hell. That was 3 levels, and that's the only trip we take there in this game. I remember it being longer.
Really?
Yeah, maybe just because that fight with the guard... maybe because the fight I had with the Guardian lasted longer, because it took me a while to figure out what the mechanic was supposed to be. Obtain replacement door panel. Wow, you get some thrilling endgame action here, Doom 3. Let's find a door panel. I don't even see you anymore.
Oh yeah, it's because I'm dead.
I'm back. Oh, you're dead. Okay, that explains it. So we had planned. I mean, we made no announcements for it in any other videos or anything, but the idea was to do kind of like we redid Marathon on the lead up to doing Destiny when it came out. The idea was to do Doom 3 and finish it just as the new Doom was coming out, and then do like a 2 or 3 player co-op playthrough of that. But now we can't do that because there's not going to be one. And while Snap Map looks potentially interesting to me, at least one player basically isn't interested in doing anymore if it doesn't have the campaign co-op. And I'm not sure. Like, Snap Map is going to really depend a lot on, whether people make good content for it or not. I might try it. I think it was really frustrating to me that Forge didn't have any campaign content in it at all, and it was a lot of very fiddly work with very small pieces that would take a long time to make up something that was basically a multiplayer map for a game that I wasn't playing a lot of multiplayer in for various reasons. I have no idea where to go in here anymore. Okay, now I'm definitely going to look in the walkthrough.
I found a cool room with skulls. I don't think I opened the door with the code.
Oh, okay. There was a broken window to crawl through. That's where the other health thing was. Is that enough to spawn you, or?
Yes.
Okay, got some armor pieces. There's a door here. Oh, okay, but this door does not open, and it does not prompt me for a code either. So I guess this is not where to go. But I at least got some health out of it. Yeah, see, this just says lock security door, but I don't get any prompt to open it with a code. I guess we don't have the right PDA?
Well, it appears to just come into this room anyway.
There's supposed to be a PDA in this room for a person named Tony Bates. But I don't see it.
We did pick up a PDA at some point.
I don't, though. I don't have one. I just checked my PDA.
Oh, here's a door with an access code. What's the access code?
Oh, is that one? Oh, yeah, okay. It is 627. Okay. Oh, and there's one of the cameras. And there's some fire on the ground. Let's go this. Whoop! And some symbols on the wall. Yeah, so... so have you... Oh yeah, first-person platforming!
Those are you just die, doofus.
I jumped on the box.
Those are very large skulls in this room.
Have you watched any of the campaign footage from the new Doom?
No. I'm too afraid that it's gonna suck.
I'm wondering if it's possible that id sort of learned maybe, I don't know, the wrong lessons, or maybe different lessons from the last decade or so. Like if you look at Doom 1 and 2, they're all fast-paced, a large number of enemies, complex levels in a 2.5D engine with barely enough context to hold together some kind of conflicting art and design goals in terms of the mix of sci-fi corridors and demonic imagery. And that continues right up through Quake, which kind of adds medieval castles into the mix and cares even less about what all these competing themes have to do with one another. But then with this game, it seems like they went on full-on the Half-Life route, right? Which is that we gotta have a traditional, almost cinematic-seeming story with plot and characters. So they gave you the mad scientist antagonist, and they gave you the setup of the location, and they spent a ridiculous amount of time, at least, with all the depth and setup of, like, who the UAC is and what they're doing here and what it's like being an employee with all the diaries and the audio logs and some of it's amusing, like the story about how the chainsaws get there. But a lot of it's just kind of boring and unnecessary. And it seems like what they've decided to do with the new Doom is kind of dial that down maybe a little bit and just go for the gameplay. Like, this is going for kind of like a survival horror as well as the shooter action. And it seems like they've dropped that and they've gone to something that's kind of a pure action game. I've seen a lot of emphasis on the glory kill, the assassination methods. It's certainly not dark. Like, if id took anything from the criticism of this game, they decided not to make Doom dark. It's not.
I've heard them say that the story doesn't matter. The gameplay is what matters. And that's something.
I think that's the wrong lesson. I mean, the lesson to learn from Doom 3 is that you need to have a good story, not that you don't need to have one. Like, oh, we tried that and it didn't work. It seems like that's what we're getting out of this. It's like, we tried doing a story and you didn't like that, so we're giving that up. But it seems like they do have something in there, and it sounds like they're going the Dead Space route with it, without the horror.
Ugh.
And
I never played Dead Space because it's scary.
It's kind of like a Scientology cult thing, which kind of makes more sense than the mad scientist teleportation experiment angle here in terms of a justification for having demons around, I guess.
There are demons in Dead Space?
Well, the main enemies are called
I'm dead now.
necromorphs. I guess we're going to have to start that level over.
You lose.
So they're dead-shaped. It's a dumb name.
Do we have to... Oh, there we go.
Cutscene.
I mean, they're zombies. They're reanimated corpses. And it's intimated that the power that reanimates them emanates from these objects that people get a compulsion to build, assemble, and deploy. I forget what they're called. And it operates like a religious cult, basically.
That's...
As a justification for what Doom is going to do anyway, that's not bad. Okay.
Oh, God,
You did it again! You did it again! Alright. So here's the bit where we have to not die.
No problem. I'll go to the left.
Really? Yeah, that didn't work.
Worked last time.
Okay, unlocked. Were you able to respawn or not?
No, I'm dead.
Okay.
There's an elevator in this room, but I think you have to go through a bunch of other crap and then do a gate. There's health at the end, and there's a big panel that you have to read. The security code is 627 every Thursday.
627 is the one we just used.
Well, then we've retroactively found it.
Trying to figure out when and why it says that. Like, is it saying that when it's charged, or is it saying that when it knows enemies are coming, or? Okay, there's PDA here. That's Charlie Haskell.
Did you just call him Charlie asshole?
No, Haskell.
This is the audio log of Charlie Haskell, Delta Labs technician, dated September 23rd, 2145. We're making good progress in increasing the max range of Chamber 3 in the Delta complex. We've been crunching numbers all night, and we feel that a few...
It was a mistake, I shouldn't have done that.
What happened? Did you die?
No.
And it's not uncommon to see system utilization at 99% for days at a time.
There's a bunch of bad guys in there. I went up the elevator because I didn't want to fight them.
Okay, there's armor and rocket launcher over here. Am I just supposed to go back, or am I supposed to jump across there, do you think?
Yeah. We're supposed to go back.
Oh, okay, fine. I find that preferable than trying to make that jump, so that's fine by me. Notice of policy change. We have implemented weekly security code changes. These have been multiple incidents of Delta personnel retasking CPU time for unapproved experiments. Remember, there are no unauthorized task changes without M6 clearance. Do not share security codes. Primary research assignment. Analysis of the quantum decoherence data recorded during the recent ACB teleportation experiment is presently underway in CPU B1. The data process so far has shown various distinctions between relevant macroscopic observables and environmental variables. Our primary goal is to feed the analysis into a looping simulation and record evidence of suppressed interference filtering a macroscopic test entity. A full reconstruction based on the simulation results could help stabilize the compression of teleportation. So, I mean,
so we know it was rogue scientists doing weird stuff.
There's just such a huge volume of this kind of stuff. Like, somebody had to write all this stuff. And it's not even a question of, like, does that mean something? And do I know what it means? It's boring, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so I'm supposed to use the elevator now. Or not? Yes. Okay.
We killed everybody in this room.
Like, the whole scientific administrivia thing is something that it really feels like they did directly lift from Half-Life. Except there it was funny and interesting.
And
not here did
this
not
dense.
Work. Yes, not this dense. I mean, there was a little bit of jargon, but not as much. Oh, are we just did we get what we needed out of here?
Oh yeah, I killed everybody in the room already.
Oh, okay. Was there nothing else to do? Or, like, what's this? What's with the box way up on the thing? Is this a lift or?
Oh, we need to go to the 3rd floor. And that's what this elevator is.
Oh. See, there's 2 identical looking elevators on this one. Okay, that's 1 and 2. Okay, so the other one goes to 3, I guess?
Am I connected now?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Oh, is the door not open now? Come on, there we go. Alright. Who wants me to use you?
I'm going to die immediately.
It's like nothing in here. There's a hole? No, it's not a hole.
Ah!
Alright, what do we got in here?
This game's scary as fuck, man.
See, even if I could understand it being scary at the beginning, it's not scary anymore.
No, that's like saying if you see a bunch of spiders, they're not still scary.
You used that argument last time.
Oh,
yes, I would say repeated exposure makes the same thing less scary, even if it's spiders. So yeah, the soul cube I think has a cooldown on it. It's saying use us when it's charged, I guess.
Mine has never said use us.
Are you sure? Maybe you're just not hearing it?
Oh, does it talk to us?
Yes. It whispers. Yeah, it just said use us. Now what? And there was a soul cube in the original game, but wasn't it like the super health power up or something? It wasn't, because what, that game had what, the berserker power up?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds really familiar.
Which it was weird because the soul cube, or was it soul sphere, right? Because it was a sphere, not a cube. It wasn't a talking alien artifact. I know that. And it wasn't a weapon.
I seem to remember something being green.
There was a green sphere and a blue sphere. The blue one was the super health. Okay, locker 669.
My playtime of multiplayer Doom was very small, maybe 3 hours. What did we just did? Got a new inventory item. I think it's that door panel.
468, okay. Oh, hey.
That enemy just had the Scion melee attack. So now we're here. Now what? We got whatever that thing was. We got.
I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to jump down. Are we supposed to jump down here, or is that where we were before?
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, jump down, see what happens.
Oh, new inventory item.
Oh, you just got that?
Yeah. It kind of looks like it was the door panel.
Yeah, I think it might be the door panel. When you jump down, bad guys show up, and we land right in front of the elevator back down to level 1. So.
Oh yeah, okay, so we're supposed to go back down and put this thing in the door panel, I guess.
Judging by the rules of game design, it's the door panel. Oh, look at there! It says open co-op there. Visit us at open co-op. Oh, it disappeared. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat advertisement. They understand Let's Plays.
Oh, wait, no, wrong one.
Now, when did Let's Plays become a big deal? I remember experiencing Halo Reach first through a Let's Play, because my Xbox 360 was broken. And I remember I remember experiencing Half-Life 2 as a Let's Play after the game was released, obviously.
It says it's level 1, but it looks
again for like the second time because I wanted to play it.
I think I'm on the wrong level again.
Did you go down to level 1? No, you should be on level 1.
Ah, okay. Yep.
You did the first person jumping.
Yeah,
puzzle,
we've got to
right?
jump back now. Okay.
Ah!
Oh, what happened?
Found bad guys. Oh, it's dark in this room. Going first.
Nothing in there.
What?
Oh, spider! A spider dropped under your head as you walked out of the corner. CPU core general access. That doesn't open. Wait a minute. Okay, this is a different elevator. CPU level 1 main CPU. Alright, so we're going down.
Need extra UAC credits. Volunteer. I could have sworn I saw a little ad down here for open co-op on the elevator.
It's possible. They do have these little PSAs and other announcements down there. They could have put their own in there. When did Let's Plays become a big thing? I don't know. 2010? That's when Reach came out, wasn't it?
You think so?
I think they started then. Oh, okay.
Find him. Gotta find him.
Find Sarge. Okay. Now this is the guy who's been walking around with Swan. So that's not Sarge, and we're not Sarge. Who's Sarge?
I don't know. I think that's the guy. Maybe that's not the guy. Maybe everyone looks the same.
Ew. Well, that's kind of gross.
Why does this thing have stitches on it?
Good question. It looks like we have to jump down through the hole. Open bay door? Or not? Actually, that looks like the exit. Wait, if that's the exit, what's down the hole?
Oh. Yeah,
Oh, just... Oh, wait. Oh, there's an armor shard, and there's a room in here with ammo. Okay, this was the room on the other side of these two locked doors. That's all that was. We couldn't get access to that until here. You can see your head clipping through the floor when you do that.